So yeah, we have a MacBook to unbox. Now before we get right into it, let me show you the specs real quick. So this is the 2017 model and by today's date that's the latest one. It has a 13.3-inch 1440 by 900 pixels LED screen, a 1.8 GHz 5th gen Intel i5 processor with onboard Intel HD 6000 graphics. That is a bit backdated by today's standards, but considering all the Apple optimizations, there shouldn't be any problem. Anyways, we'll find out about this on the review. It has 8 gigs of RAM and a 128GB SSD. Now that's out of the way, let's unbox. Let's remove all this plastic first. So right on opening the box, there's the MacBook itself. And may I just say, oh, it's gorgeous. More on this later in the video, let's keep this aside and check out what else is in the box. In here I believe are the paperworks, and there you go. Designed by Apple in California. Now that's some statement. And yes, here's the quick start guide, the Apple stickers and some other documents. Here we have an adapter which you can connect to the power brick. Now I will say that this adapter is kind of frustrating to use as a mere beginner, but as you go on using it, it is actually kind of really easy. In here we have another adapter along with the power brick. Taking a closer look, we'll find that the charging port is a lot different than what you see with traditional Windows laptops. This one has a MagSafe connector and it's kind of a lifesaver. I mean, it gets attached magnetically, and if you yank it or stumble upon the cable on accident, it won't drag your laptop out of your laps. It will simply disconnect. I mean, I don't know why other manufacturers don't use this. This is the power brick, and as you can see, it has the Apple logo on it. Alright, just throw some numbers at your face. It has the output of 13.05 ampere. This is another type of an adapter. This one has a different plug and kind of acts like an extension, but this is quite bulky. Finally, we are onto the MacBook itself. Now, to get down to business, we need to remove this plastic jacket. Now it's time. Let's throw away this high quality paper and begin with the boot up. We are greeted by the iconic Apple logo, and I don't think you will be able to see this, but this thing actually has a backlit keyboard. Finally, the loading's done and we can select our language. I'll select English.
To use English as the main language, press the return key.
Sure. So it is taking its time. Okay, we now need to select our nation.
macOS contains a built-in screen reader called VoiceOver. If you know how to use VoiceOver, press Command F5 now to turn it on and set up your Mac. If you would like to learn how to use VoiceOver to set up your Mac, press the Escape key.
Okay, so now I was able to make my selection. We can quickly select our keyboard preference and then we will have to connect to a Wi-Fi network. Let me quickly type in my password. After it's connected, we are shown this information about data and privacy. Facebook. Now, Apple makes it really easy to transfer your files from another Mac, but I don't need to do anything right now. Now you will be asked to sign into your Apple ID. If you don't have one, you can create one right now, but I'll just skip this and do this later. But you will need this Apple ID if you use Apple services like iMessage or FaceTime. After you have done that, you'll need to accept some terms and conditions, and as soon as you create your Mac account, you're good to go. Okay, so here's my first look at macOS, and from what I've heard, it's extremely simple, stable, and secure. Now let me show the specifications once again. As you can see, it's running on macOS High Sierra and it is upgradable to macOS Mojave. Now I will make a video when I update it to macOS Mojave, so stay tuned and subscribe to this channel right now. This is the 13-inch MacBook Air 2017 model running on Intel i5 processor, and that's 5th gen, with Intel HD 6000 graphics. It has 8GB of RAM and a 13.3-inch screen whose screen resolution is 1440 by 900 pixels. Now coming to the storage, this is the 128GB version, and as you can see it has 97.4 gigs available out of 121 gigs. So that's all for today guys. I hope you have liked this video. I certainly enjoyed making this one. If you want, you can share this video among your friends and do consider subscribing to this channel. See you in the next one.